Hey, my comrades! Welcome back to another one of these interviews where I'm interviewing another one of AspyBmills' OCs, and for the first time ever, it's like a brand new one on the channel. And she appeared here and there in me and Aspy's playthrough of Miitopia on the Switch, but now we get to actually talk to her now. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Oh, that's my cue, right? Sorry. Hi! My name is Lucy Carpenter. I am 15 years old, probably the youngest out of everybody that's going to be on here. I was born on June 2nd, which means I'm a Gemini. And that's about it.
Okay. So for the first question about...
We're going right into it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, I wanted to get to know you first.
Well, true.
I was...
What?
I was just joking around with you. I know who you are. It's great to meet you.
Yeah, likewise. So, for the first question, your favorite color is orange?
Yeah, it's just a really nice color. It reminds me of the sunsets on nice days. I just like all warm colors, but orange is just a nice meld. And it's just very pleasant to look at.
And you even wear orange, too.
Yeah, that was sort of a common theme when Aspy was making us, is that the color we wear is sort of the color that we like the most. Not the same for some people, but for me, yeah.
Alright then. So, for your hobbies, you like gardening and plant care, and also writing poems.
Yeah, it's just a nice time to be able to handle another life that's not gonna go crazy and jump on you and stuff. Well, I can't really do the classic gardening I used to do, growing tomatoes and all sorts of cool things like that, because I live in a place that snows a lot now.
Yeah.
But I do have plenty of houseplants inside my house, which I take care of. And it is just, I have a lot of them. I have succulents, I have cactuses. I just like the plant core aesthetic. I like that nice nature look. It's just nice. And as for the poems, I just sort of started to get into writing when, I started having to get into recovery and I couldn't really do much. So I started to write things, and then I got feedback on the stuff I wrote, and my parents thought it was really good. So I just kept on going, and it just helps me kind of convey my emotions into a single piece. It's a really good hobby.
Alright then. So, we got a couple of your likes here. You like flowers, nature, of course, because of your gardening and whatever. you like cartoons, skirts and dresses, loose clothing, jewelry, soft things, soft rock and compliments.
Yeah, the flowers in nature are pretty obvious. But it's not just with the planning aspect. I have a bunch of cool looking woodland things in my room. It just kind of looks like a mini little forest in there, and I just really like the pretty concept of mushrooms and flowers and woodland creature type things. Cartoons, I just grew up with them, and it also helped me during recovery. And there were cartoons like Avatar: The Last Airbender. That one was a really, really good one. And that one really helped me a lot, but I'm still into a lot of other ones too. Aspy got me into Agretsuko, which is really good. There are just a lot of cartoons out there that make me feel good, and I appreciate the animation and all of the work that goes into the story building. I just don't like cartoons that don't have a lot of effort, but, I just take the good ones and they outweigh the bad for me. Oh, sorry. Skirts and dresses, I just like how loose flowing they are at my legs. I don't mind pants or shorts or, the tight-fitting ones, but I just prefer the looser fit, Lucy. That was not intentional, obviously. I was making a joke, but yeah, they're just very free-flowing. But I understand why some people don't like them. Rose won't wear a dress to save her life. Loose clothing. I don't like anything that's tight fit. And, well, before I started talking about, what's obviously missing on me, I always used to hide it with my sleeves of my sweaters and my long sleeve shirts for a long time. And, because it was part of habit, I still really don't. I used to always cover my arms with sweaters and things. But, things change and I came out a little bit. Not in that way. I support, but, it was just hard to reveal it afterwards, especially when somebody called me a pirate. That was a little rude.
Oh,
but
boy.
it's okay.
I think I have a good idea who did that.
Yeah, that was probably like our one interaction, and then I just kind of moved on with my day. I'm a little afraid of him, so I don't talk to him much. Why are we talking about him like Voldemort? He must not be named. That's kind of funny. Jewelry. It's just nice little accessories. I don't like the ones that pinch your skin, though. Like the beads where they like pinch your arm hairs. It's just, no. Soft things. It's just, I have a lot of plushes as well of woodland creatures, of course. Little skunks and cute little foxes and deer. And they're just really cuddly. And it just helps me relax after a long day. And anytime that I try and relax, I always have a little soft thing to hold on to just because it calms me down and it helps. Soft rock is more of a subgenre of music. It's not what you're thinking, where it's like a rock that's really soft.
I was actually kind of thinking that.
Yeah, I figured. I don't blame you. But, soft rock is just, it's not like hardcore rock. That's more of Nicole's thing. But I just really like the soft sound. I like certain bands and things that don't go too hardcore with their music, especially things like heavy metal. That's way, way, way too much. But I don't mind other music genres too, as long as it's not too extreme in its work. And compliments is sort of an obvious one. I feel like everybody likes compliments in one way or another. It's like, are you bored?
Oh no.
You yawned a bit, it's gonna spread.
It just took a good deep breath is all.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I hope you're not bored with me.
No.
Well, compliments is just, it's obvious that everybody would like them because they make you feel good. I'm usually pretty good with compliments. Like, your scarf looks very soft, and I would like one of my own if I saw it in a store.
Aw, thanks.
No problem. It just helps you get to know people better as well. It's a good interaction experience. Okay, I'm done talking.
Okay, for your dislikes, you don't like vomit, stress, doctors, short sleeves, spicy food, getting into trouble, heels, and demons.
That's varied, isn't it? Vomit. Just the idea of something coming out of something else. Just the idea of, like, stuff that you've consumed or some sort of toxin that you might have had coming out the other way that it's not supposed to is just really disgusting. I hate the sound. I hate the sound.
Rose,
it is so bad.
Rose also hates vomit, too.
Oh, she does?
Yeah.
Huh. Well,
from what I've heard.
Yeah, it's just sometimes I watch, like, I don't often do it, but sometimes just occasionally I would watch like a horror movie with friends, and anytime that something was coming out of the other end, it just always freaked me out, and I was like, okay, I really hope I go to sleep for this. I really hope I go to sleep for this. And it would never happen. It always happens at the worst possible times. Okay. stress just makes everything feel worse. I hate being stressed in a situation where, it's just high stress. It just doesn't feel good on you, and it just kind of deteriorates mental health, and I don't like that. It's hard to do things when you're stressed, and stress can cause a lot of disorders and a lot of things to happen to people. Like, look at poor Tweak for an example. Poor guy's just worried all the time about things that he's got a freaking panic attack problem.
The large amounts of coffee he like drank would also probably be the cause of it.
Yeah, that doesn't help. Also, this is off topic, but one of my likes is coffee. I think that Aspy just forgot to put it in here. I love myself a cup of coffee. It is perfect on a nice day. And, it's just extra caffeine. And it just helps. Where were we? Doctors. Oh boy! When I was in recovery at the hospital, it was really, really hard. I hate things like IVs and needle poking, and they look really intimidating sometimes. I appreciate their service, of course, but it's just whether I would go to the doctor. If I had a choice to not go to the doctor and, or to go to a doctor and not go to a doctor, I would choose not going to the doctor. But I'm not somebody who believes in, anti-vax or whatever. Get vaccinated if you haven't already. PSA from Lucy. Thank you.
Do it!
Short sleeves I already explained pretty well. Spicy food, my tongue is mild. It does not like things that are way too hot.
Imagine you eat something spicy and your tongue is literally on fire.
That's happened once.
Oh, really? Literally on fire. You see fire coming out of your tongue.
Well, it felt like it was. But yeah, it was just brutal. I think somebody accidentally put a bunch of cayenne pepper and a bunch of hot stuff in food, or maybe it was an evil prank. I had a lot of bullies. But anyway, getting in trouble. I'm just a good person, I don't know. It just makes me feel guilty when I get in trouble. I don't like being too risky with doing crimes and things. I just want to be a good person, and I don't want to get involved in a lot of things that other people might have planned that get them in trouble. I mean, I might accidentally hurt somebody unintentionally with my arm, but, that's because it's made of metal and it's a hook. Heels. I can't walk in them to save my life. Wedges are slightly different, but heels, they just make your toes feel worse. They're all confined in the little tip of your shoe. You wouldn't know because you're a guy, but it's just a bad feeling, and I prefer to have my feet on the ground versus kind of off the ground on a little spike. And demons. That's another thing I don't like in horror movies. Anytime that I watch a horror movie with friends, I do not want any demons involved. Paranormal Activity is a really, really bad example of, it's a good example of movies I hate, but a bad example of something I'd want to watch.
Right.
It's just, the fact that they could be real in a form like Ouija boards and stuff is just really freaky, and the fact that they can possess people is also really, really messed up.
Well, I think you and Kyle Blavatsky would be good friends, because he's been playing games that involve murdering demons in cold blood.
That's sort of different. I prefer to just flat out avoid them. Instead of, being like, alright, today I'm going to go out and kill some demons, la-di-da-di-da. No. I don't do that.
Well, I mean, would you rather, fight back instead of, run away, or...
I'd rather
kill you?
go by the flight or fight response and know that I can't beat that stuff. So I flight very, very fast on my little legs. I shouldn't be complaining too much about little legs, actually. Fiona has slightly smaller legs. I'm 5 foot, but still.
Alright then. So we got some extra notes here. Apparently one of your main traits is that you have narcolepsy?
Main trait, my foot? It's not a main trait.
Well, I mean, it's one of your, like, the stuff about you that's, like, very, like, you know, like, kind of like I guess you could say an important trait of yours or something like that?
Okay, that's a little more fair. Yeah, I've had narcolepsy for as long as I can remember, and recently I just started getting pills for it to help me stay awake longer. But they don't last that long. It took me forever to find a good pill, and even the pill that I do take, it doesn't work for that long of a time. So,
imagine if it's like this stops working while we're doing this and you just suddenly start going to sleep.
That's not gonna happen. I'm fine. I'm
Hopefully
fully
not.
awake. For now. Yeah, don't jinx it. Knock on wood. Where's wood in here? Here's wood. That was on my right side. Thankfully, that was a lot easier. Yeah, narcolepsy's no joke. It's like 1 minute you'll be fully awake and doing something, and then the next minute you'll realize that you burned your hand on the oven because you fell asleep.
Right.
Or you'll realize that you're driving and then you hit a curb.
That's
and
true.
you're stuck there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's no joke, and it just... I don't like going to sleep in general. So, and the worst part is that it's really hard for me to sleep at night. And my sleep attacks happen for only a short amount of time. So, these bags under my eyes, they're no joke. It messes with your head pretty bad.
Right. Excuse me.
You're fine.
And another fact here is that you mentioned this earlier about like you having a hook. It says you lost your left arm in a motorcycle accident.
Yeah, that sort of came along with the narcolepsy bit.
You got narcolepsy from a motorcycle accident?
No, I'm not saying that. That's bad. I'm saying that I was walking the street after a really bad day of school, and one thing, I was just walking the street, and then all of a sudden I black out, and yeah, you could probably tell where it goes there.
Oh, so you suddenly fell asleep, and then you got into a motorcycle accident.
Yes, I did. I fell asleep on the road, and someone purposefully ran over my arm.
But purposely? Wow.
Yeah, it was one of my bullies. He owns one of these cool bad butt motorcycles that always makes that yeah sound. I should have put that in my dislikes. Because I don't like motorcycles after that. It's kind of scary. And it just, yeah. But thankfully, the doctors and hospital people, even though I'd prefer not to go to them, they were extremely sweet and extremely supportive, and honestly, besides my parents, it was the first time that I felt loved.
Aw.
Yeah, but obviously that's changed. That was probably when I was like 11, or no, probably when I was like 12. So, you know, I'm 15 now, and I moved into a completely different place, so things change for the better, most probably.
Okay, then, and it says here that you have like a tooth gap. I'm guessing that's from the accident, or you always had that?
Oh, I was born with, well, I wasn't really born with it, but, it just kind of popped up there, but it doesn't really bother me. It's not like I'm speaking like this. It's not that big, but it can bother me a little bit just to see it, and, you know, I kind of sometimes see myself as a bumpkin, but it's just a small little gap. But, yeah, I guess I would need to get braces on it soon, but I haven't really been told to yet. I will if I have to.
Okay, then. Just a few more here, and it says here that you get easily attached to people, which means you're clingy.
I get told that a bit. Yeah, when I get close to people, I tend to get a little more attached, and I guess it might be a little bit from the trauma I faced. with bullying and stuff, so when I run into a good person, it's like, oh my gosh, you're like a safe haven. I don't want to leave you. Let me stay with you forever. But, you know, I don't think it's that bad anymore.
You were attached to my hip like 2 days ago.
Rose, this isn't your interview. You're going last. Anyway, yeah, that was a bad day. But yeah, clingy. I don't know if I go that far.
You are.
Shush! Ignore her. Yeah, I guess I am a bit. Just probably because I don't want to be left alone.
Alright then. It's, I guess maybe 2 more. It says you're really insecure at times?
Yes. It just, sometimes I feel like I'm a bit overweight. Sometimes I wish I had a regular arm. Sometimes I wish I didn't, like, act the way I am. But I've gotten better. I think that was just another thing, is that I was made fun of for so many things. And that just sort of led me to be like, what if they're right? What if there is something wrong with me?
Oh, I don't think there's anything wrong.
Really?
Nah.
What's good about me then?
Well, you're very kind. You've been getting along, with everyone here in South Park, including me.
Well, I've been trying my best.
Alright then, I guess this last one, I suppose. What's the longest you've gone without sleep, and why?
The longest I've gone without sleep, and why?
Yeah, since you don't seem to, go to sleep, I'm guessing, was there ever a time when you were able to stay awake for a long period of time?
I'm trying to think of when. I think, probably like a whole 24 hours.
Oh, really?
Was the longest time.
Literally a whole day without sleep.
Yeah. Sometimes I just have phases where I go to sleep like once every like 10 minutes. And then sometimes I have them where it doesn't happen for like a whole 3 hours. Or, you know, a whole 8 hours or a whole 10 hours, but probably a whole 24 hours was the longest. Might have been like 28 or something. I don't know, I didn't keep track. But it's just random sleep cycles that randomly hit you.
Alright.
Can I have one more? Sorry, this is fun.
You have a favorite zoo animal?
A favorite zoo animal? I'm more of a wildlife person, but, do otters count?
What?
Do otters count?
I mean, yeah, they've been in zoos.
Yeah, but they're more of an aquarium thing, aren't they?
Yeah, true. I mean, aquarium is kind of like a zoo, but just for aquatic animals.
Fair enough. I say otter then. I really like how playful they are, and I especially like to see otters who go on their backs and float and eat mollusks and things. They're really cute.
Ah.
That was simple.
Alright, then I guess that does it for this interview. I think we got like a good amount of info from you.
Okay,
and,
fair enough.
And we'll see what my subscribers think of you in the comments.
Oh boy, here we go, down the rabbit hole.
So, guys, leave a comment below if tell us your opinion about Lucy Carpenter here. And we'll see if you're liked by my subscribers.
And if I'm liked, would I be into something? You know, like a game or something?
Possibly. Maybe something that could be, something that you could relate to, like Yona, Pokemon, or pretty much any, a lot of video games.
Yeah, I'll may need to look at her and, probably see what good ones there are. Although, I did hear from Aspy that there's this really good game called Night in the Woods that she thinks I would enjoy.
Huh.
Which, the sound of woods and the fact that there's a cute little black cat on the front is very promising.
Yeah. Or if you want, you can chill with Kyle while he plays some Doom. so you can watch him kill demons since you hate them.
I don't know if I want to go that far, but if anybody wants to play Night in the Woods, I'm open. Hello.
Yeah. So guys, I hope you guys enjoy this interview of Lucy Carpenter, and yeah, like I said, leave your feedback about this character. Tell us what your honest opinions about her, and we'll see you about the next one, which is a guy named Harvey.
Yeah, Harvey. He's really, really, really nice.
Yeah.
He's very kind, and he's like a gentle giant. Not as tall as Rose, but almost there.
Yeah. So, yeah. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in another interview. Or when me tell you whatever I put on this channel, really. So, bye.
Bye, everyone. It was great to meet you.